Hey everyone, it's Kaigo voiceover here, and today I'm bringing you a story of what if Naruto was a Senju prodigy. As always, I will leave the original creator of the video in the description below if you want to go check out some of their work. And as always, if you could give me a like or subscribe, it would mean the absolute world to me. And also, if you have time, maybe a comment telling me what I can do better, or if you are enjoying the series. But let's get straight into the story. At night, a dark, unknown cave was guarded by about 40 ambu and several seals. A huge stream can be heard throughout the cave. Just get this brat out of me, Kushina shouted. Minato, in a panic, said, just a little bit more, honey. Just a quick push, he says in a panic. I am trying, Kushina shouted. Just the last push, Kushina, and the child will be cut off by Kushina. Biwaku says, being cut off in the middle of her sentence by Kushina. I am trying, please. Take him out. Do not repeat the same. It was a panic around the room. Even the fourth Hokage, one of the most feared shinobi around the shinobi world, nicknamed the Yellow Flash of Gaonaha, was in a panic, as well as the wife of the third Hokage, Biwaku Saratobi, and the medic nins in the room. Suddenly, a loud cry can be heard from a baby throughout the cave. Congratulations, Kushina Minato. Here's your little namikaze, Biwaku says. He's so cute, Kushina says. Biwaku hands the child to Kushina. Suddenly, the child was nowhere to be found in Kushina's hands. Panicking Minato, as everyone I shifted to the man in the black cloak, with an orange mask, with nine pattern-like lines covering his orange mask. A kunai was in the man's hand, pointing towards the little namikaze. The little namikaze was covered in a black sheet in the hand of the unknown man. Oh, Lord Fourth, you have a beautiful baby, but it seems it's in the wrong hand. Come and get it, because time is limited. Tick tock, says the masked man. You won't. You bastard, don't touch my baby, Minato shouts. The masked guy smirks. Minato rushes towards the masked guy, while the masked guy rushes towards the yellow flash. A kunai in his hand. They were about to make contact. Minato had a smirk on his face, but the smirk vanished quickly as he passed through the man. Minato was shocked, as the masked guy was now behind the yellow flash of Konoha and was going to stab it at his back, but suddenly a yellow flash appeared around Minato and he was gone. As the masked man as the guy takes a backflip, as a kunai passes by his hand, masked guy. As expected from the yellow flash of Konoha, you use your Hurricane Hurricane's kunai to escape. As Minato was standing on the wall, suddenly he vanished again. At the back of the masked guy, as he was going to attack him, the masked guy threw the baby into the sky. Minato also threw a kunai upwards and disappeared in a yellow flash. As Minato teleports next to the baby and grabbed him, he threw the blanket and sheet far enough. As the sheet was gone, he then looked around the room and found his wife missing and all the people on the ground as he rushed towards Biwaku. Minato checked Biwaku's pulse and found that she was only fainted by the hands of the masked guy. Then he kept his son as soft as he could and did hand signs as he slammed his hand on the ground and shouted summoning jutsu. Little frog appears. frog. Why you summon me? Sama. Minato. Toromo, there's an emergency. I want you to inform Saratobi-sensei and Master Jiraiya. A few minutes later. Toromo. Okay, I will tell them, Minato-sama. As Toromo was now gone in a puff of smoke, Minato then vanished and appeared at his homes. He takes out his Hokage cloak. On the cloak was written in the red words, fourth, was the kanji for fourth. Minato wears the cloak and takes out his Raishin kunai and vanishes in a yellow flash. At an unknown place near Konoha, Kushina was tied by both of her chains, as the masked man was trying to release the seal. As after a few tries, the QB was flaring out its 9 tails. The masked guy had a smirk on his face under his mask. As the famous QB made eye contact with the guy in the mask, he revealed his 3-tomo Sharingan and put the QB under his Genjutsu, making him under his full control. As he made the 9 tails attack Konoha, the QB was making a huge-tailed beast bomb and launched it at the Konoha. As the bomb was going to make contact with the face of the ex-Hokages carved on the mountain, but it vanished and blasted off somewhere far away. From Lord Fourth could be seen on his face's head. As Minato vanished and appeared next to his wife, he grabbed her and teleported her to the room where little Namikaze was, and laid her down next to his child. As Kushina then hugged her baby, Kushina, Minato, let's keep his name Naruto. Minato, as you wish, my dear honey. Minato vanishes in a yellow flash, now standing a few meters away from the masked man. He was staring at him. As the mask showed his Sharingan, which made Minato confirm his theory that the masked guy was Madara Uchiha. As both rushed towards each other, they went through each other as they made their position, and they were going to rush at each other. Minato creates her Sengan in one of his hands and holds a Hiraishin kunai in the other. They rushed at each other. As Minato threw the kunai at the head of the masked man, it passes straight through him. As the masked guy was going to touch Minato, vanishes in a yellow blur and appears right on top of the masked guy. And his Rasengan, he grabs his two Raishin kunai as the Rasengan impales the masked man, creating a huge crater and taking off one of the masked man's arms. As the right arm was no more, the masked guy escaped using some teleportation jutsu. I would like to apologize. There's a lot of typos in this story, so I'm trying my best to make it as coherent as possible. At Konoha, the Biju was destroying buildings using his tails as the whole village was in a panic. Saratobi was in full battle armor trying to get the civilians to safety. Here is on Saratobi. Where are you, Minato boy? With Minato. After facing the masked man, Minato vanishes in a yellow flash and took his wife and child and vanished again to where the fox was. Kushina, where do you think you're taking my Naruto-kun? Minato remaining silent. Kushina, you won't make my child a Jinchuriki and make him suffer the same fate I share. You won't seal the damn QB inside of my Naruto-kun. Minato, sorry Kushina, but it has to be done for the good of the village. Kushina, I hate you, monster. As Minato laid down his son and he and his wife turned to QB and performed several hand seals and shouted, "Reap your death seal." As QB started to get sealed away and little Naruto Namikaze, Minato, using the yin part of the QB, was sealing Naruto, and the yang part, Minato. Sorry, the yin part was sealed in Naruto, and the yang part sealed in Minato. As seeing as he was going to be sealed in a new person, he tried to resist. As from Kushina's back, several chakra chains appeared to stop the QB from resisting. The seal knew that the chains impaling through him. As the sealing was almost completed, the fox, then seeing no other way, He tried to impale the child using his long sharp nail, but before it hit, two people taking the nail through them, stopping the fox to kill the baby. Those two people were none other than Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina. Saratobi entered the scene, and we already know what happened. Here's an Kushina Minato Kushina. Here's an Sup. Please take care of our baby. His name is Naruto. A few days later, as the QB accident happened, it was a great deal because all of the damage happened to after Hiruzen again had to sit on the Hokage chair, and the funeral had take place of all people who died in the QB attack. That is it for chapter 1, Seed of a Prodigy. Again, I would like to apologize. There are quite a lot of typos in this story. Chapter 2, The Three Dry Trees. At the council meeting, after the Hokage's funeral, Hiruzen called a council meeting for the new Jinchuriki. The Council of Konoha was one of the pillars Konoha was standing on, as the council takes a very important role in politics. Such, everyone wants a seat reserved for them on the council. The council was created this way so everyone had the right to vote in Konoha. For its one side of the council meeting was called the Shinobi Council, which held the leaders of each clan. As for the other side, it was the Civilian Council, which have many people who have the most stores, buildings, and the three elders were also to assist the council, as Shimura Danzo, Koharu Yutain, and Hamura in the last Hokage, Danzo. I suggest you give the Jinchuriki to me. En route, I will make him the perfect weapon for Konoha. Koharu, I agree to Danzo, Hokage-sama. Hamura, me too. Mebeki Haruno, me too, Hokage-sama. Hiruzen, silence! I will not let you have the little baby in your hands, Danzo. Bugaku, the leader of the Uchiha clan. May I speak, Hokage-sama? Hiruzen, you may, Fugaku. As you know, the child cannot be accepted by any clan, as it will change the power level in the clan. So would you like to send the little baby to a civilian's home? Hiruzen, no. I have someone in mind. Dog. Yes, Hokage-sama. Hiruzen, kindly take off your mask, dog. As you wish. After taking off his mask, we can see a boy in his teens, with silver hair, one red eye, with a three Tomo Sharingan in it, and another eye. Half of his face is covered with a shinobi mask. Hiruzen, I grant Hadake Kakashi as the guardian of Naruto Uzumaki. Koharu, no, Hokage-sama, we can't. He is mentally ill. We can't take any risk. Hiruzen, I know what he is going through, mental trauma after losing a lot. But if the child will live with him, not only will both have better time in life, but Kakashi also may recover. For you, Danzo, Kakashi will also take care of his training. Also, none of the council members will try to make contact with him until he turns 6 years of age. The council meeting is closed for today. 1 year later, with Naruto. Kakashi, don't climb on the shelf, Naruto. Kakashi, don't run away till your milk bottle is empty. It was a nice 1 year as Kakashi enjoyed it. As well, he got tired due to making a lot of what the Hokage has asked for him. He had been given quite a big apartment, as well as a transfer from Anbu to normal Jonin. So, as well as Kakashi also started interacting with a girl named Anko Mitarashi. As Kakashi was out, Anko takes care of Naruto. October 10th. It was the same day that when Kyuubi attacked Konoha and the fourth Hokage died, killing the demon fox, or as we know, sealing it. But who knows that the fox was only sealed in a boy named Naruto? As it was the second birthday of the little Uzumaki. Kakashi, happy birthday, Naruto. Anko, happy birthday, Gaki. Naruto giggles. Hi, Onisama. Kakashi. Kawaii! As after little games with Naruto, Naruto fell asleep. And now, both Anko and Kakashi were drunk. Anko. Hey Kakashi, wanna taste my lips? As Kakashi pulled Anko into a tight hug, Kakashi can now feel Anko's breasts touching his chest. They were very close and can feel each other's breath by now. Kakashi's legs were now trapping Anko's legs so they couldn't escape, and Kakashi could feel Anko's smooth legs, very slippery when he rubs them with his own legs. As now Kakashi start trying to get inside of her mouth and trying to get to every corner of her mouth with a kiss. As Anko struggled to take over the fight because she was losing to Kakashi, who was dominating her with his younger exploration of every corner of each other, her mouth, and wrestling with their tongues to dominate each other and get control. After a long battle of tongues, their kiss lasted about 6 minutes, as they were gasping it for air as well as saliva all over their lips. A few years later, actually just 1 year, Naruto was almost 3. He could read and write. Anko considered him a genius, but Kakashi told her that he was troublesome, as he now started reading a porn book called Itcha Paradise, as he read about 3 of them since he could read, as well as a myth that Naruto was the nine-tailed fox reincarnation. Was from that every time everyone in the village a hateful glare at him, as well as people stopped talking to him and just ignoring him, would try to beat him down until Kakashi storms, or until Kakashi stores kicks him out. As well as when this happened, the Hokage declared a law no one can speak about his Jinchuriki status, and those who will be executed at the spot. As the Hokage gets up from his chair, he noticed the trees were drying. He was shocked that it was not the season of the trees to get dry, and it all happens when his master, Hiroshima Senju, the first Hokage, the founder of the village, got his nickname, the god of shinobi, was sad, and the tree and plants started to dry due to his ability called Mokutan, wood release, and he knew who the person to be continued. That was it for chapter 2 of What If Naruto Was a Senju Prodigy? The 3 Dry Trees. That's going to be it for this episode. I know it's a short one, but it was still 2 chapters, and this is still being updated. But I hope you guys did enjoy. And again, if you did enjoy, a like, a subscription, and maybe even a comment. But for now, Gaga voiceover, signing out for now. Goodbye.